All right, everybody, come and get it. Pepe here with your free premium MLB bets for the middle slate of games on Friday, August 2nd, 2024. We're going to cover the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games in the middle slate. In other words, every game prior to that 5:05 first pitch between Red Sox and Tigers. So everything before that game, the 7 games, not including the Cubs-Cardinals that is underway. It appears that we're getting cooked in that one, but a lot of baseball left to play. We press forward here on a busy Friday, jam-packed slate of games. Here we go. Starting off with the Royals and the Detroit Tigers. Cole Ragans and Tariq Skubal are your starters in this one. And we're going to back the Royals on the money line at plus 100. Look, Scoobs has faced the Royals more than any other team in his career. His numbers aren't that great. He's 2-8 in his career against the Royals, and that type of familiarity, I think, benefits the hitters. The more times you get to look at a guy like Scoobs, the more comfortable you are hitting against him. That's my opinion. Secondly, Ragans in his career against Detroit has a 2.77 ERA, 13 innings, 21 Ks. He's been pretty dominant. And again, the Tigers are a shell of the team that Ragans probably faced in these previous outings. They just don't have the firepower, I think, to hang with this Royals lineup. Salvador Perez has 3 career home runs off of Scoobs. Not to mention that the current Tiger lineup, the players that they have on their roster currently, they're a combined 1 for 23 against Ragans. The only hit coming from Giovanni Urshela. It was a double, but that's the only hit anybody off the Tigers has off of Ragans, in 23 at bats. So I'm going to stay on the Royals here. I'm getting a good price because it's Skubal on the other side. But like I said, the pick is Royals on the money line at plus 100. Moving right along here. Diamondbacks at Pirates. Brandon Pfaadt and Luis Ortiz are your starters in this one. And we're going to take the Pirates on the money line at plus 110. Look, these guys just faced each other last weekend, and Pfaadt got cooked in his start. He allowed 5 or 6 runs, and the Diamondbacks were able to win the game, yes, but in that game he was facing Marco Gonzalez. Quinn Priester came in a bulk role. These are among the bottom of the barrel pitchers in the major leagues. Ortiz, on the other hand, Luis Ortiz, I should say, has been absolutely cooking, especially at home. In his last start at home, he threw 7 scoreless innings against the Philadelphia Phillies, juggernaut offense. I also give the Phillies a slight bullpen advantage. I'm not sure exactly what's going on with the Diamondbacks. I doubt that Sewald would get a save chance in this spot. He's been atrocious of late, so you might get Ryan Thompson. You might get Puck. I wouldn't bring Puck in. Puck comes running in. That's a live bet spot for Pittsburgh as far as I'm concerned. I don't care how good Puck's been recently. We've seen him pitch in the 9th repeatedly. That is not what you want. And the Pirates are much better as a home dog than Arizona is a road favorite. So, it's not as if the Pirates didn't play a pretty strong series against the Astros recently. They had them swept, if not for the Holderman. Holderman allowed a home run, to Dubon in the 8th or 9th inning of that game, and they were all set to sweep the Astros. Had they swept the Astros, I don't think we would be getting this plus money price with the Pirates at home. We are going to take it. Pirates on the money line at plus 110. Next game, next slot. Milwaukee at Washington. Frankie Montas and Jake Irvin are your starters in this one. We're going to take Washington at even money on the money line. I got it at minus 105. Now I'm looking at minus 108. First of all, Montas is a no for me, first of all. Second of all, we've been through this before with Montas, this trade deadline. Oakland traded him to New York, a couple years ago. He got absolutely tanked in all of those starts for the Yankees. Did not work out, was not ready to go, pitching a postseason race in that spot. I don't think he's any more ready in this spot. He just pitched against the Nationals and got absolutely cooked. They lost 8-5. Not to mention, they're not even giving me plus money with the Nationals, who just lost the game 17-0 to the Diamondbacks. and it's not as if the Brewers haven't lost to teams like the Marlins, the Cubs, the Nationals, and the Pirates in the past month. I'm getting Irvin here. Jake from State Farm has been the best starter for the Nationals, more or less. I think they're at home. They're a scrappy bunch. The fact that 73%, or what I got, 75% of the money is coming in on the Brewers, and the line has moved towards the Nationals. It hasn't moved a muscle, reflecting the betting data that I have. So, I think yesterday was a, kind of a public day. They weren't able to kind of keep up with the MLB because everybody was locked in on the NFL. So, again, Washington, even money on the money line, minus 105 to win is the bet in this slot. Next game. Blue Jays at Yankees. Kevin Gausman and Marcus Stroman are your starters in this one. I'm just going to pay the juice with the Yankees on the money line. I'm not going to stand in front of them here, especially with the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays were fortunate to get that win against the Orioles in the second game of the doubleheader, earlier in the week. And the Orioles really gave them that game. The Blue Jays have not shown anything. I'm getting Gausman here. I'm not going to be backing Gausman at Yankee Stadium. I've been through this before with him. Now, Stroman hasn't been good either, but I think it's more likely that the Yankees get to Gausman and the Blue Jays get to Stroman. And I like the Yankee bullpen a little bit better. Blue Jays have traded away some of their arms. Guys like Nate Pearson are getting wins with other teams now. So I think it's tough for Vladimir Guerrero to wonder what could have been as far as his possible trade to the New York Yankees. But I digress. Again, minus 160 is like the top rung of juice that I'm willing to lay. But I'm not as comfortable with the Yankees at minus 1.5. Just take them to win on the money line. Yankees, money line, minus 160 is the play in that slot. Next game, Orioles at Guardians. Dean Kremer and Carlos Carrasco are your starters in this one. And I'm going to be staying on the Guardians in this spot at minus 108. I don't really care that Carrasco's pitching. The Guardians lineup has been better. They won that game yesterday decisively. Dean Kremer is not a guy that I'm rushing to the window to back. I definitely see guys like Naylor, Kwan, of course, Jose Ramirez, even lesser hitters like Rocchio, Freeman, the kind of punchy middle infielders that they have. They should be able to get to Kremer. If Carlos Carrasco can even limit the damage somewhat here, I think the Guardians can cruise. Again, the same data that kind of backed my Guardian pick yesterday is going to back my Guardian pick today. The Guardians are the number one most profitable home team in baseball, and I'm going to stick with it here. And again, this is another case of money coming in on Baltimore, the line not moving, and they're giving me pretty much even money with Carrasco on the mound. So, I'm going to stick with the Guardians. They've done me right all season long. No reason to get off them here. Like I said, Guardians, money line, minus 108 is the pick. Next game in the slot, Giants at Reds. Blake Snell and Andrew Abbott are your starters in this one. And I said I was going to be fading the Reds for the rest of the season. They're like a minus 9 unit team at home, a minus 6 unit team at home, a minus 9 unit team overall. I don't see anything that would suggest that would change over the rest of the season. Now I got Snellhammer coming to town. Reds as a home favorite have not been profitable at all. I think Snellhammer is going to roast these boys. And plus I'm getting, I got Bob Melvin, one of my favorite all-time managers, against David Bell, who is, quite factually the reason that this Reds team can't quite get it together. I know it's Abbott, but Abbott's been, working hard for this Reds team since his debut last year. He's logged a lot of innings, been through the league a couple times. I think the Giants get to him in this spot. And again, just kind of going to be betting against the Reds a lot over the rest of this season. I think they're an overvalued team based on one player who he himself, I believe, is overvalued when you really look at what he does on the baseball field in terms of helping you win, helping you lose. His win probability added is lower than you would expect. I love Ellie, but it's a 25-man team, and the Giants have a deeper, better, more solidly managed ball club. I think Snell comes in and deals against these boys. So again, take the Giants on the money line, minus 142. A little juicy, but the bookmakers have it there for a reason. The Reds are a public team, and I'm not going to be on them today. So again, Giants money line minus 142 is the play in that one. Last game on this middle slate. Again, we'll touch on the late slate a little bit later on. I'll drop a vid after I work out. However, last game here, Marlins at Braves. Valente Beloso and Spencer Schwellenbach are your starters in this one. And I'm taking a shot here. Marlins money line plus 200. That bet is locked in already. Like I said, yesterday was a public day. The Braves covered the 1.5. It wasn't glamorous. It wasn't sexy, but they got the job done. The Marlins did scrap a little bit at the end. They had that covering run at third base, I believe, against Minter, or maybe it was Luke Jackson who came in. Nevertheless, Jackson, Minter, and Rizal all pitched yesterday, so I don't know how sharp they're going to be coming on back-to-back days if needed in this spot. Beloso had been decent in his earlier stint with the Major League club. It's my contention that he went back down to Jacksonville, sorted some things out, and now he'll be back in a possible win spot here. Schwellenbach's coming in super stock high. Yes, he has been good. Yes, he struck out 11 in his last start, but this is a Marlin team that just roasted Taj Bradley, who had a .75 ERA, over his last 7 starts going into that game. And a little bit of reliance on the home run ball here from Atlanta. They got a 4-0 lead yesterday and then kind of sat on it. Olsen, Riley went Briggs in the first inning. They were up 3-0 and just kind of coasted. They were able to cover for us here, but just on principle, this line has gotten way too thick. And, winning money betting on baseball, you got to hit these plus 200s once in a while. And now I'm looking at it, it's plus 205. Marlins have been scrappy. If I lose, I lose, but if I win, it's worth 3 wins here at the plus 200 price tag. So, and I'm not super comfortable laying the minus 1.5 with the Braves based on what I saw yesterday. Kind of a sleepy game on a public day that there was NFL action. So again, the bet is Marlins on the money line plus 100. So just to recap, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 picks in the middle slate of Friday's games on August 2nd, 2024. We've got the Royals on the money line, Pirates money line, Nationals money line, Yankees money line, Guardians money line, Giants money line, Marlins money line for the middle slate. Lock that in. Keep the momentum. Like I said, I'm going to work out, get this pump going, and come back better than ever for the late slate. Looking forward to it. I'll speak with everybody soon. Take good care. Peace.